Hello and welcome to Core News. I'm your host, Theo, and I'm joined with...
Joe. Tonight, a grave misfortune has happened here in the UK. It is not the rise in shopping prices, it is the fact that there is a town that does not have the privilege to vote in the upcoming election.
Oh my gosh, what's the name of the town?
Swindon. Home to 80,000 civilians who have felt they have not had a say in the matters of a general election since 2005.
14 years is a long time to form an opinion.
This has happened to the people of Swindon because their MP, John Bercow, has been Speaker of the House of Commons for all this time, but has stepped down recently from the position. A Speaker cannot represent his town as it is a form of prejudice, which is what the Speaker cannot do.
Why haven't Swindon got a new MP?
Well, surprisingly, there is no new information on a new MP, so the residents of Swindon have started a campaign. This is called Give Us a Voice, Not a Speaker. Sadly, it did not work out as their votes are not meaningful due to the situation they are in, and they feel they haven't had meaningful votes since 2005 and has felt this is undemocratic.
I'm sure this will be resolved with a reasonable explanation. Now, let's head to some of our interviews with the public to see what they think about the situation.
So, madam, what do you think about the letter that Swindon got?
Well, I think it's outrageous. I'm sure it must be fake news or something. Somebody's playing a prank because it can't be right.
So, do you think it was an accident, or do you actually think it was an actual prank the council did on the public?
I don't. Surely the council are these. Surely the council can't be sending letters like that. Are they insane?
So, do you think the letter could have gone anywhere else, or do you think it was just Swindon that got hit the most with the letter?
Well, I think it was just Swindon, wasn't it? I just think somebody was pranking them. I think it's definitely a prank.
So, madam, what do you think about the letter that Swindon received about they can't vote?
I think it's outrageous. I think it's a terrible thing and somebody's mischief making and causing problems.
Do you think the council were meant to send out the letter, or do you think it was a fake letter?
Sounds like a fake letter to me. I think somebody's having fun doing this at other people's expense.
Well, so do you think it's really bad that the council did this? Do you think they should get sued? Do you think they should get prosecuted for what they did?
I think they should be held to ransom and told off for doing such an awful thing.
For our next story, there is a threat of more floods to hit Cheshire this week as Met Office issues a yellow weather warning for the county.
During the past few weeks, the River Weaver in Nantwich has broken due to several shops being flooded. At this time, our field reporter Jacob is reporting on the situation in Nantwich. Straight to you, Jacob.
You wouldn't have thought it on a day like today, but last month, after days of rainfall, this calm and peaceful river broke its banks, covering the fields and the roads. Let's go to the public for more information.
Well, first reaction, not going to lie, was about my shoes because of the mud. It was everywhere, but then obviously the animals, man.
When I went down there was the swans had moved and it was right across the road and right into Welsh Road. It has flooded here and it always does on the River Weaver. Although it was under water, we were better, luckier than the people in Yorkshire.
We were affected, yeah, later on. I believe that some people were affected earlier on in the day and ours started to flood around about 6 o'clock in the evening. We have an office in the back for a skincare brand and all of the brand new products were out in boxes on the floor, plus the computer systems are on the floor. So thankfully I was here, so we were able to bring all that into the front of the salon.
So what was your reaction when you saw it, when it was all flooded?
Asking for help from the council and people on the front, the police and things, but no one had any help, so I had to, eventually it got so far up towards the front door that it probably raised about 4 inches that I had to send someone to B&Q and we had to make our own sandbags because nobody could help us with that. It's on a floodplain, so it's been known to be flood. We haven't known, I've been here 7 years, there's been no floods while I've been here.
The Transport for Wales Chester to Crewe train line has been flooded, but there is a replacement bus service in place. River levels are continuing to rise at the bridge. Trafford River gauge and remain above the flood alert level. Now we have an interview with a local photographer, Jonathan White, who has documented the situation that has risen.
What was your initial reaction when you saw it / heard about it?
Well, it was forecast for rain, but I believe it was over 2 days they had torrential rain, way above average for any time of year. When you actually see it, it's like you're sort of drawn to it somehow. I think that's why so many people watching it because it's not the sort of thing you see every day, and there is this strange attraction to looking at the water.
Were you or anyone else you know affected by the floods?
Not personally, but I know that there were some businesses on Welsh Row that were flooded. I think one that some of you may know about, Nakatch's, which is like a sort of pub stroke nightclub, I believe, on Welsh Row, that actually had sandbags up to the front door because the floodwaters actually reached the door of those premises, so they were closed that particular evening. There's a new housing estate called Kingsbourne, which is near the football club in Nantwich, and I actually witnessed myself, the floodwaters actually came right up to the back gardens of some of the properties, the ones nearest to the river, because the water level had risen so high. I keep getting told that these new houses in Nantwich are not on a floodplain, but I had my drone up on the Saturday of the floods, and I could see with the photograph how close the floodwaters had got to these premises, literally inches from some of their gardens.
Oh, James is videoing it. Oh, yeah. Wait.
The clip that you just saw has warmed the nation's heart.
A group of South African rugby fans were sailing off the coast of Norway when they spotted this whale hanging around the boat.
The men apparently threw the rugby ball into the ocean, only to discover the sea creature passed it back to them.
This was an interesting time for the whale, as it appeared in a joyful mood and followed the boat out, of which the players continued throwing the ball at the whale, and they both had a great time.
Some experts have suggested that this whale used to be in captivity and has been displaying this behaviour, which is learned to get food.
Whales and dolphins actually enjoy playing with people.
Now we have some reactions of the public of this whale.
So, Madam, what do you think about the video you watched so far?
I think it was very funny. I didn't expect it to go after a rugby ball.
Did you think beluga whale could do that?
No, I didn't realise they liked playing with rugby balls and enjoyed a sport like that.
Oh, thanks so much.
FaZe Jarvis is known for being successful on Fortnite, with a net worth of 12 million made from his popular videos. React to the news with a tearful and apologetic video explaining the situation. Apparently, he did not know aimbot was illegal, but he did know that they improve aiming in Fortnite.
We shall have to wait and see if FaZe Jarvis will ever play Fortnite again.
But now we have some public information about what they think about the situation. An interview with a fellow student to see what they think about this.
So, sir, what do you think about the video of FaZe Jarvis?
I think he deserves it because cheating's cheating at the end of the day. Other people do it and they don't get away with it, so I don't think he should either.
Do you think he should get his account back for what he's done, or...?
He should get a ban, not a lifetime ban though, just a few months maybe.
About a month or two?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. Ah, brilliant, thank you very much. So, Madam, what did you think about the news story of FaZe Jarvis?
I don't really know much about it, but I do know that it was about cheating, and I don't think he should have done it.
Do you think he should have got banned the way he did?
Not for a lifetime, but for a while, yeah.
About a month or two?
Yeah, probably.
So, Alex, have you heard about FaZe Jarvis being banned in Fortnite by Epic Game for Live?
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched the full video and I feel like it's a very pedantic and stupid situation where he was crying on camera and it wasn't really necessary, because I feel like he was trying to gain sympathy from the audience, and I feel the video was aimed towards the makers of Fortnite and not really his subscribers, and trying to earn sympathy and to try and get his account back. And
yeah.
I just don't think it was a very professional way of making a video.
I've heard as well, like on PC, if you get banned, you have to get a new PC. Do you think he will make a new account? Do you think he'll come back to it?
Yeah, I think he would probably, definitely, because he's, with the amount of subscribers he's got and probably the amount of money he's earning from that, he's probably going to definitely buy a PC because he could afford it, I think.
Yeah. So my last question is, what do you think of FaZe Jarvis?
I feel like he's just trash. Like, he's a 17-year-old kid trying to get his way up to the high ranks of the YouTuber, like Markiplier and PewDiePie, and he's made a video where he went into jail, apparently, allegedly, and he was asking his subscribers to buy his merch so that he'll earn $1 million so he can get out of jail.
Yeah.
But it was so clearly fake, and I feel like he's abusing his younger subscribers for the money and making them feel like they have to help him.
Yeah.
And it's not very good for the young ones, and how they, they might get really upset with it, and it's just not a very good thing to do, especially with the amount of children that are online.
Oh, thank you very much, Alex, for that.
This is cool news, and coming at you is an important story on the sports club starring Jeff Baines and his crew.
This team welcomes anybody with a disability or handicap to come and enjoy sports without having to feel isolated or upset about their condition holding them back from entering. Let's head to our field reporter Adam to show us what is happening in the club right now. Right to you, Adam.
We have the Pan Disability football team playing right now. They're currently going in for a league. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks they'll go up against different colleges. But yeah, as you see behind me, they're all playing, they're all having a good time. And yeah, thank you very much. Back to you in the studio.
The team can now fulfil their dream without the need of feeling kept back or teased by their disabilities. This is to help build confidence in themselves as well as allow them to play a game of football.
It is usually on in the afternoon, either in the sports hall or outside on the field. Let's speak with Mark to give us some information about the club.
Hello, I'm Adam. I'm joined with...
Hi, I'm Mark Savage. I'm a teaching assistant at the college, and I work with the entry-level students and the level 1 students in supporting them. At the moment, I've just been helping them do their football training. They have games with various other colleges and schools in the northwest, and we obviously help train them, and then we take them to and support them whenever they've got football games. But they also do other things. We support them when they're doing art, or they go out in the garden, ICT as well, and sometimes we help out with some of them, like if they might be in bricklaying or something like that, and they might need that as well.
Wow, so you seem to have a passion for it. So what's the best thing you've experienced so far in the club?
I think with the entry-level students, they're often probably more appreciative, I think, than other kind of students, so it's a real kind of pleasure for working with them. They're with you, they tend not to have an attitude, or they're not in conflict with you, they're on your side really, so it's generally very rewarding. Well, certainly someone, I think one of them, there's a cerebral palsy team in Manchester. I think he's also in the England squad as well. So there are kind of opportunities for them, and the disadvantages, it's not a disadvantage, and they are able to play. And I think they play at the St George's Training Centre near Burton-on-Trent, which is the England football team use that set up. So they do get some good facilities to use. Yeah.
So is this the only facility, or is there anywhere else they can train?
I think it depends on, obviously, with regard to like the football, they tend to kind of play other teams in the northwest, but some of them are involved. I think the goalkeeper in particular is involved in the England setup, so I think he travels quite widely. But for the others, some of it might be kind of like a hobby, but some of them, they all contribute well for the football team as well. But they're a nice bunch of people, and we support them, whether it might be sometimes they're cooking, they make cakes and they try and sell them for profit, and they're very nice food as well.
Oh, that's brilliant. So I see they're in the football game now. Is that what they're practicing for the future? Or will they go into like a league? Or?
I think with regard to like the sport-wise, I think there are probably a couple of people here who might be looking to kind of make a career of it. For the others, it's really, for some of the others, it might just be something, to enrich them, and some of them have got interest. Sometimes their carers or parents will take them to the football, so they've got this interest now. So it's good that they're able to follow up in college, and they've got these opportunities in this college.
Thank you for that, Adam. Now we have some inside questions from the team to tell us their feelings about the programme.
So, sir, do you enjoy the club?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a good setup. playing matches. So we've got a match next week, and we play like regional games against two of the colleges. And we also have playing a Cheshire FA tournament, which is good. We've been such for about 6 months.
Yeah.
It's good.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
So,
good.
what is the best sport you play so far then?
Probably football. It's very inclusive to people with disabilities, and just enjoy it.
Oh wow, that's cool. So, would you consider a career in sport, or do you just like it like a hobby?
I just enjoy it as a hobby. I don't really see myself doing it in the future.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
No
Thanks for your
problem.
time.
No problem.
So, do you enjoy the club?
Yes, I do.
So, what's the best sport you play so far in your club?
In the club, I'd say football. I've also done Thai boxing and boxing as well.
Oh wow. Are you really big in that then?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, would you consider a career in the sport, or do you just like it as a hobby?
I'd say yeah, I'd like to do something that involves sports. I also like to keep it as a hobby as well.
Yeah. Would you become like a PE teacher or a gym instructor or something in the future?
Probably work somewhere like in a local gym or something like that.
Oh, that's cool. So, would you do would you be like a trainer and stuff like that? Is that like what's getting into the sport, like become a trainer?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all we have for our show tonight.
You can always check out our Twitter page at CCSW, but thank you for watching and good night.